Well, Stephen, on the back of 4 straight league wins now, what do you think it is that's contributing to the run of form that we're in?
I think it's not new that things weren't working. There's not a whole lot you can do when you haven't got the personnel to play in a different format or a different way. But we got to the transfer window, getting Bowley in, getting Ross McCormick, who we've still yet to see the best of. When we get him fit, I think he'd be a massive asset to us. Elliot Freer higher up the pitch, and just gives a Jake Hasty comeback, brand new player. He looks like a new player for us. So, people say we didn't do much business in the transfer window, but what we're able to do is offer contracts to the younger boys, your James Scotts, your Barry Maguires, and your Jake Hasties, and get them secured up. So we had to let one go for that. So I think that's a big plus for me. Putting them that personnel and give us a chance to play differently, a different style, a different formation, and we're still working on that. For me, it's very much work in progress. We've got the results to back up our performances in recent weeks, but I still think there's a lot of work to do.
How do you guard against complacency when you're in a run like this?
No, they won't be complacent. I make sure of that. And this is a tough game for us. Good teams continue to do the simple things very well. So your players like Richard Tate, your Tom Aldred, your Liam Grimshaw, Charles Dunn, Alan Campbell, they don't get the plaudits that the top end of the pitch gets, but they're the ones that make and break them. They're the ones that do the dirty work, and that's important. If we go to St Mirren on Wednesday night, we have to do that. We have to outfight them and outbattle them like our lives depend on it, and then you'll start seeing the football that we played on Saturday again.
How important are those clean sheets we're picking up as well to give you that solid base to work from?
The base last season was built on 20 clean sheets. For anything else we achieved, we didn't lose games. We were very hard to beat. I think a big part of this season has been, Charles Dunn's only just come back from injury. Cedric Kipper went. We didn't have a settled back four. Trevor Carson was injured as well. So it's been difficult for us as a back four or a back five. But we've now, you see the advantages have been settled for the last 4 games, and you continue to be hard to break down. And at the other end of the pitch, I believe we've got people that can win football matches.
It wasn't too long ago St Mirren came here and got a result against us. Is there something in the mind about trying to put that right?
Well, I think we were struggling at that point. There was a little lack of confidence. I think what the younger players have done is give us a real freshness, no fear. They have no real respect for anybody, and I mean that in the best possible way. They train like they're playing in the park. There's a freshness, there's a freedom about them, and that has to keep going. That has to keep going. I think that's what we'll see on Wednesday night, but we have to guard against complacency, as you said. There'll be no way they'll go in with anything other than there has to be the exact same performance again as it was against Livingston, as it was against Hibs, and the defensive performance against Dundee.
I know we do a lot of work and research behind the scenes on our opponents, but is there a little bit of an unknown quantity about St Mirren considering the changes they've had in the January window?
Yes, slightly. It is a bit of an unknown quantity. The amount of players that they've signed, a little bit unknown, but I know Oren well, I know Jimmy Nicholl well. They're good people, good football people with great knowledge, so I'm sure they've done their homework and they'll be decent signings. So we've done our homework as well. We know what we're coming up against. As you say, we haven't seen them live because they've only just signed them, obviously. So, but it's very much about us. We have to go and take our game to them and make sure we outbattle them, and then play our football in the way that we're doing. And I think there can be even more improvements from Saturday. There can be better decision making on the ball from Saturday as well. So as much as we won and we're happy with our 4 wins, I still think we can keep progressing.
And just finally, I guess it's human nature to look over your shoulder and know who's behind us in the league, but is it very much a case here of we're in that kind of mini league now, 4, there's a real chance to push up and potentially push for top 6? Yeah,
there's always that potential. If you put a run together like we've done, it's an old saying of football, you don't get too far ahead of yourself. Don't be looking too far ahead of yourself. Take Wednesday night, deal with Wednesday night, and then we'll be right in the mix. I don't think we look any further than that there. We've got our own aspirations. The dressing room's got their own aspirations. We knew that we were better than what our league position and our league form was suggesting before Christmas, so we'll keep that private, because when you come out and say things like that, it sort of bites you in the bum at times. So we'll just continue doing what we're doing. Don't get too excited with the good times, and don't get too low with the bad times. That's the advantage of being a Motherwell manager.
Thanks, Stephen.
Okay, cheers.